Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, Mr. Speaker, I was trying to raise on a point of order.
Because, the Honorable Senator, also the majority leader, was on a point of order. All these are prosecuting point of orders.
Yeah, because, Mr. Speaker, the point I wanted to raise is that as a House, we are making reference to a court order, which on this side we have not had sight of. But it seems the majority side have a court order. They even know how it's worded. But I wanted to request, Mr. Speaker, that so that there is a fairness in the debate of this matter. If the court order was applied to the majority side, fairness demands, Mr. Speaker, that we should also we have been given a copy. Senator Kalwale, the issue I'm raising touches on both sides. We need to see a court order because, let me tell you, we have all lived in this country. There are some grounds which are so dangerous to take this country to. For example, Speaker, you may be thinking that that ruling you are reading today is toward the minority side. But me, I'm looking at the big picture. We have sat here, Mr. Speaker, as senators, performing a critical duty of impeaching governors. And we have been served with court orders, Senator Kalwale, before. And speakers who have sat on your seat have ruled consistently, Mr. Speaker, that if we open it up, and you record this day, if you open it up to Kenyans to start serving your office with court order, which you receive and you come and make communication, Mr. Speaker, that is the day we will start killing this house. That is the day we will start killing this house. Mr. Speaker, your office does not serve the interests of just one day. Your office should serve posterity. Posterity. Mr. Speaker, if you read our standing orders, and I'm saying this with a very heavy heart, because we are elected leaders from 47 counties with special interest senators here, Mr. Speaker. The moment we say changing leadership is a very small matter. As I speak here, Mr. Speaker, I came here to debate a serious issue that transpired yesterday before SIPAC, where Kenya Revenue Authority is levying distress on my county of Nyamira for non-payment of pay for salaries for the month of December, January. Yet my county has never received disbursements. And here we are talking about useless court orders from a tribunal. Are we serious as senators, Mr. Speaker? Some of these things, Mr. Speaker, things have happened. We have sat here, Mr. Speaker. One time, Mr. Speaker, this side removed Senator Wetangula. It took a day. It took a day, Mr. Speaker. And there was no so much ulabalu. If you go to the answer, when the governor for Wajir was being impeached, we were served with a court order, not from a tribunal, from the High Court of the Republic of Kenya. And because we respect the sovereignty of this house, we rejected that order. Where do you want to take us to now? If we start setting precedent that we'll be receiving orders from a tribunal, and you communicate from your chair, Mr. Speaker, I tell you, not even a county assembly can do what we are doing. Let us be serious, Mr. Speaker. If you look at the freedom of parliament, if you go down history lane, you know it, senators. There are days you could never stop Honorable Shikuku in single party era from speaking on the floor because of the respect of the house, Mr. Speaker. I have not seen this court order, but I'm a very sad Kenyan, extremely saddened, Mr. Speaker, that we can be injected, the Senate of the Republic of Kenya can be injected by a tribunal, and we receive an order, and you make a communication. Mr. Speaker, what are we doing to this country? What are we doing? Mr. Speaker, if you read Standing Order 103, and I'm happy that I'm in this house with my colleague, Senior Counsel, Professor Ugenda. If you read Standing Order number 103, even when there are proceedings that can be deemed to be sub judice before this, there is a way you bring those proceedings before the House. Now you are talking about proceedings which have not been tabled before this House, and we are debating a matter we don't know. Me, I've never known, I've not seen these proceedings. I don't know who has filed them, against who, but here we are debating. Mr. Speaker, you should have procedurally asked the person who is affected by those orders, in line with Standing Order number 103, to bring that, the proceedings, the pleadings, table them before the House, Mr. Speaker, and then we debate to determine whether what we are about to debate is sub judice, Mr. Speaker. And I want to say I respect courts, Mr. Speaker. I've been a lawyer for Senator Cheragei here when he was being shunned by everybody from the majority side. I was the only one representing him in court at 4 o'clock. I went defending Senator here, Lelegwe. I'm a respected man in his county, Mr. Speaker. So when I'm standing here, Mr. Speaker, I'm standing here in defense of this House and in defense of rule of law. And I will say the same even if it was happening on the other side, because I know the critical role that this House plays. If tomorrow the governor for Nyamira is summoned and he comes and serves us with an injunction, then what will be my work as Senator for Nyamira? Mr. Speaker, I plead with you, Mr. Speaker, to reconsider what you are about to do. Please, for the sake of this country and for the sake of this House. And Senator Cheruiyot, please, I'm pleading with you. Don't look at these small fights here. Look at this House. Look at the interest of this House, please. Let us not kill this House. Please. Please. And I've said we have precedents. Senator Kangata was a minority whip, majority whip. You sat, you passed resolutions. The Speaker, who was not even a lawyer, I'm happy the Speaker, the substantive Speaker is a lawyer. Members of Law Society of Kenya are looking at him. I was once serving as chair of Law Society of Kenya when the late Chief Justice of this Republic, Gisheru, saw the late President Kibaki at night. And we told him, these things will come back to haunt you. When Kenyans enacted the new constitution 2010, read it. A proviso was put in that constitution barring that Chief Justice not to serve under the new constitution. So you must protect your office. You must protect the reputation of the office of the Speaker for posterity. So, Mr. Speaker, please, if there is any court order, if there are any pleadings, bring them to the House, table them here, we debate and make a decision. We are a senior house, the upper house.